my learning center, I chose to do it on frogs. So I chose literacy, math, and science, and below each one it has the standard. So on literacy, I chose to do the frogs and then with their lily pads. So for this one, I have written on the lily pads the capital letters of the alphabet. So I have, just for an example, I have A, B, C, and D. So they will be able to take these back to their desks and do them by themselves. So for the frog and the lily pad, there is an A. So the lowercase, so they have to be able to look at the lily pads and say, okay, what one does this go to? So I would put the frog with the lily pad that has the capital A. So then I choose C. So I have to again look at the lily pad and see where does C go with its capital. So then you put it, and then there's the B, and then there's the D. So for theirs, they will have A to Z. So they will have all of theirs. For the math section, they will have these little cards, and I put them on cardstock so it was a little bit more durable, but you could also put it in its own little clear coating, or you could laminate it. So I have the frog eats one bug. So they have to be able to start to read the sentence, and then they have to also pick out how many bugs the frog is supposed to eat. So then for the next one I have 2, and then it goes the whole way up to 10. So if I just choose one in the middle, it's 4. So if I have the frog eats 4 bugs, they will also have a little baggie that has flies. So for this one, they can take this sticky tack if they choose to. They don't have to, but they can take a tiny bit of the sticky tack and then put it on to the frog's tongue. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So this is what it'll kind of look like, and then you can take off the sticky tack and you can reuse them as much as you want. But so for this one, they will have to be able to recognize that it's a number 4, and then they will have to be able to count and stick the flies onto its tongue. And then moving on to science. So this would be a lesson where we would already have learned the life cycle of the frogs. So for this one, I kind of used it as a shape recognition and the science. So if I lay out the shapes, you'll see that there's little pieces that are cut in half or cut in different pieces. So they will have to be able to match up the shape with the matching other half of its body, or like its eggs or whatever. So then and it doesn't have to be in any certain order, but then they will at the end have to put it in order from what the life cycle is of the frog. So then for this one, it's a square, a diamond, and then a triangle. So they will be able to realize that, oh, this circle has the eggs in it. The eggs come first. So then they'll lay that one down, and then they'll be able to realize that, okay, what shape is this? And then once they realize, oh, it's a diamond, and this is a tadpole, this comes second. And then you will come to the tadpole with starting to get little legs. And then they'll also realize, oh, that's a triangle. Next, you will have the amateur frog, and then they will also be able to realize that's a square. And then finally, in the life cycle of a frog, they will be able to see that it is a full-grown adult frog, and this shape is also a heart. So also for the literacy, I have just the alphabet written with capitals and lowercase just to help them out if they would need. They could look at it to check their work, but it wouldn't be like to be able to copy down what is on the board. So this is my learning center.